Hello, everyone. And this is
Hello.
the number 4. And today we are going to present the task number 4, which is a group presentation. So the students are Isaac, me, Odette Castro, Susan Lanza, and Stephanie Medina. This task is supposed to be exposed and related to the topic teaching and learning strategies. So we get started by saying that the topic, daily routines. This is our topic and it is supposed to be given to 4th grade. Our achievement aim is by the end of the lesson, students will be able to describe their own daily routine as well as somebody else's one in a real conversation. So this is a communicative approach, very communicative, and this is to develop a communicative competence. You see, this is going to be applied in real context. So the students are supposed to accomplish a task by accomplishing other little task homeworks, you see. And our procedure aims, these are like the number 1 related to the very first activity, which is listen to an audio about the lady about the daily routine. So this is gonna be our first procedure aim. Then we have reading. Something important to tell is that in here, we included the 4 macro skills. So everyone or each one of us instead is working in each part. For instance, Stephanie Andrea is working on the listening part. So she prepared the listening activity. Then it is Odette who was in charge of the reading activity. So you can see we are developing the 4 math skills to achieve, in this case, our competence or our communicative competence. So it is Stephanie who is going to talk to you a little bit about the activity she picked up, and she's going to describe some issues related to it. So go ahead, Andrea.
Okay, hello everyone. And I talking about for the first activity and it's a listening. And it's a listening to the audio about the daily routine, right? The daily routine can be create a topic to teach the children because can be that they understand that is a daily routine and so listen to the audio for that routine and be able to analyze it and think about their daily routine. It is also helpful for to converse and express themselves in front of the other person of the group and the people. In this activity, if we're to help for the student, listen, they will learn a new vocabulary and begin able to create a one routine. And this is a activity is a listen to the audio about the daily routine in the teaching strategy in the learning strategy. And this topic is very important for the children because it's for to help for a better comprehension about that. Thank you. And I continue my classmate about the second
Okay,
activity.
so it is Odette who is going to continue. Thank you so much, Andrea.
Hello, everyone. In the second skill, we have a reading activity. In this activity, I will read one daily routine from Alfred. Alfred is the character. And, and the students will read this daily routine. And then the students will be able to read and describe their daily routine. And this activity is important because reading is an important activity because increase their knowledge and the students practice their reading skills. Continue my partner, Susan.
This is, yeah.
Oh,
Hello for everyone, I'm Susan, and my activity to share with you today, it's students write in their notebook at least to 10 activities that they do in the whole day using the vocabulary covered in the lesson. So I think this part to writing is so important because this is the the mm, the big part to evaluate the students. So as a learning or as a teaching procedure here, we have question answer session. Teachers ask to the class activities written by each student with active participation. And to learning activities or um, learning strategies, we have note talking. Students make a comparison themselves about activities written in their notebook. So I think writing is important because this is basic element or skills in the process in the learning process as well.
Okay, thank you,
Now
Susan.
continue with my another
Yeah,
classmate.
it is me. Something really important that must be mentioned in here is that we got started by the very first skills we worked. I mean, the receptive ones that are listening and also reading, because that way we are going to make sure the students are going to get the information in order to accomplish the task and the activities that we already prepared for them. Then we have the production skills, as my classmate Susan was mentioning. It is really important because in this way, the structure is going to be able to measure if they're learning, if they are like understanding what the topic is about. So Susan worked on the writing part, and me, I worked on the speaking one. You see, I prepared and I proposed a per dialogue simulation for them to share the ideas about what they already saw. I mean, what they already covered. I mean, by applying the list of activities that Susan was trying to develop with the students. Then it is a set up English speaking for groups. That's my strategy, my teaching strategy, to be specific. And this is for them not to speak English. Sorry, for them not to speak Spanish. And in this case, they're going to practice the structures and so on. You see, in the rationales are going to be like the specific information about each one. And also, it is a peer tutor. This is the learning strategy I was looking for, because that way they are going to be able to provide feedback to one another, and that way they're going to make sure or to understand widely the topic. So the very last activity, it is our presentation in which they are going to present their classmates a daily routine. You see, in front of the class orally, and this is decreased teacher talking time, because in this case, this is my strategy because I want them to improve their skills and fluency orally. I mean, oral production. And the learning strategy in this case is study groups. Why study groups? It is like easy to infer because I want them to be conscious of the functioning of the language, you see. And for instance, maybe some students are going to say, she wake up, and then the other students are like replying, like, no, it is she wakes up, and so on, you see. So basically that's it. So we are going to work right now on the rationales. So could you please scroll down, Andrea, at the very end? I mean, to the rationale.
Okay, give me a second. Epsilon. So this is the first rational, and what number or the first or the second?
No, yeah, it is just for them to see that we work on that. So right now we are going to like fix the mistakes and present and turn it in. Go down, please.
Okay. In this or not?
Yeah, in this part. And the number 4, the paired dialects.
Okay, this. Sorry.
This is like the very first part. This is the very last part, sorry. And you can see that everything is very detailed as the previous ones as well. And this is like the dynamic of the class itself. how the instructor is going to be acting in front, if he's going to be a monitor, if he's going to be a facilitator, if he's going to talk more than the students, or the students are going to talk more than the teacher, and so on. And many other things are included in the rationales. For instance, the strategies, the learning and the teaching ones. So I don't know if somebody has or is something else to add up. I think it is right, it is clear, but maybe somebody wanna clarify something. No? Andrea,
Okay,
Susan, that's all right.
is okay. This activity is very important for to learn, and I think this activity is totally different, right? Because the daily routine is not only a topic for graders, you know, for another grade, and it's important for to speak and for to listen an audio and another different thing. So it's all for us or Susan and Obed.
I think that is fundamental that teacher um, plans to this word or to this way, because I think that is we found order, we found a good way to underline, to teach to students using the four skills. For example, the exercise to my classmate Isaac, he already used two strategies, and I think that is important. The speaking skill, uh, and the others too. But using the four skills for to plan a class or a lesson, I think in each, or it doesn't matter the lesson, it doesn't matter the grade. It's important to use the four skills and the teaching strategy and learning strategy as well. This chart, it's very basic. I think that is basic and important to make a brief to the lesson. And here, I think that the procedure aims are really are really clear, and I understand each one of them.
Exactly,
Oh,
because it is like the step by step you see of the class. We start like providing information, like spreading information with listenings and also with reading, so they already know how to say I wake up, maybe how to write it down. And then we work on the productive skills that are writing and listening, for us to facilitate the process of measuring if they understood or not, if we have to like emphasize some information at the moment of providing feedback and so on. So maybe it is all. We have the references. I don't know if Susan had something to add up, maybe or not.
No,
Oh,
I think it's important that every students describe their daily routine, because not all the students have the same daily routine, and they participate in the class and ask questions from their partners. I think it's important the new knowledge. In this grade, it's important that the students describe the daily routine, because they know new words, and they practice for a future homeworks. I think that.
perfect. That's it. So, um, you were saying like this is supposed to be easy for them because everyone has a routine. So we are like applying the real context in the communicative competence. So it is easier for them to get familiarized with the instructors and as well as the vocabulary. So I think it is it. And finally, we have the references, but we are going to work on that right now. And this is all about the project number 4. Thank you so much for your attention, and that's it.
Okay, thank you.